Hi, I'm Tom Jackson from Jackson Marking Products in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Going to talk to you a little bit about some of the ways we can help with the stamp production in your business. First thing I want to talk about is our laser engravable rubber material. This is a natural gum rubber, been vulcanized, ready to put on your laser. It can be engraved with anything from about 35 watts up. And the images are created by burning away the background of the plate, leaving the raised image of the stamp characters. These are then cut out. They can be cut out by hand with scissors, or the laser can cut them. And once they've been cut apart, then they are attached to a self-inking stamp frame like so, or they can be mounted on a traditional wood mount style of stamp. They can also be mounted on art stamp wood for art stamp products. We offer a packet of sample materials that you can run on your laser. Our laser engravable standard rubber, low odor gray rubber, low odor polymer, and Buna rubber for industrial stamping. And that's available to you. Just give us a call. We'll be glad to send this your way, along with our complete catalog of stamp making supplies. In here we offer all the materials that are needed to make stamps by a number of different methods, and I will show you a couple of those methods right here on this video. I'll introduce you to the Brothers Stamp Creator Pro. This is a pre-ink stamp system that allows you to create a pre-ink stamp in as little as 3 minutes, so you can offer very fast service or even while you wait service to your customer. It begins by pulling up a template for the size of stamp that you wish to make, and then keying in the information for the stamp. You can have the system resize the image so it fits within the boundaries of the stamp that you've selected. There are a number of different sizes of stamps that you can start with. It also has its own clip art library. You can import specific images or images that you've scanned, including signatures and company logos, and photographs even can be put on the stamps. But once the image is set, then the first step with the machine is to print the label that's going to be attached to the top. This is a label blank for the size of stamp. We're making the 18 by 50 millimeter stamp. This is die cut to fit that particular stamp. And we will put it in the label slot, and then we will click on the label icon to print it. It will draw it down into the print chamber of the machine, where it will take about 1 minute to transfer that image to the label. So there you have the label that's going to be attached to the top of the stamp. And then the next step is that we will click on the stamp icon to print that. A draft sheet, a transparency sheet, will come from this cartridge, run through the print chamber, and position it over the lamp bay where the image will be flashed into the stamp. But while that's printing, we can go ahead and attach this label to the 18 by 50 millimeter stamp, like so. There are 4 components to a stamp: the cap, the stamp base itself, the skirt, and then the top. Now the stamp creator has printed the image. It's in position over the xenon lamp. We'll drop the stamp in. The jaws will grab it in the center, in the right location for flashing the image, and when the lid is locked, that activates the flash. And now the image is melted into the foam. Then there's an assembly step. The top, the cap is pressed down, and that ruptures the ink packet inside the top of the stamp, allowing the ink flow to begin then into the foam in the base, and that process will take 15 minutes or so to complete. The inking process will take about 15 minutes. One of the most popular ways, and traditionally one of the historic ways that stamps have been made for many years, is by photopolymer. Photopolymer is a photosensitive liquid resin plastic that when exposed to ultraviolet light hardens permanently to take the shape of the image that it's exposed through. This is a negative that was created with a regular laser printer, had a spray put on it to enhance the toner to make it darker. It's very suitable for a negative for photopolymer stamps. We begin by taking that negative, placing it on a glass plate, and then the polymer material is in a plastic packet that's placed right over that negative. These aluminum bars separate the two glass plates so the proper amount of pressure is put on the assembly. And then we perform two exposure steps. The first exposure step is through the back of the polymer pouch, and that creates the floor or the back of the stamp that the printing character is attached to. And that's generally 15 to 20 seconds.
Okay, so this, do an edit here. I'm just going to keep rolling though.
Okay. At the end of that exposure, the glass is removed and turned over now for exposure through the negative and into the photopolymer resin. And that's about a minute and a half. And it's during that time that the stamp printing characters are actually formed, bonding to the floor that was established by the first exposure. The exposure cycle now for the face is complete. And now the packet contains a combination of liquid and solid polymer. We're going to remove the cover sheet, cut it off. And there you can see the combination of liquid and exposed polymer. It needs to be washed. That background needs to be washed away. We do it with an ultrasonic washout unit. There is detergent and water warmed in that solution bath, and the sound waves coming from the bottom of the tank cause the unexposed polymer to wash away. And that process takes about 15 minutes. In lieu of that, you can use a detergent and scrub brush at a sink and wash the photopolymer that way as well. Yeah. At the completion of the wash, the plate is submerged under water and exposed to UV for a few more minutes to harden. Then the individual images are cut apart. You can use scissors to cut those apart and attach to traditional self-inking stamps, or the wood mount handle is very common as well. This is our Phase 2 digital ribbon printer. It's designed to produce short runs of custom ribbon. No plates are involved, no special handling. It's just a matter of keying in the information for the ribbon. It can be keyed in horizontally or vertically. Images, logos can be brought in as well. And once the layout is complete, it's just a matter of clicking on print. So the image is sent to the printer then, and the thermal print head transfers the foil onto the ribbon below as it passes across. The system's capable of printing a single strip of ribbon up to 4 inches wide, or multiples at the same time. As many as 5 3/8 inch wide ribbons can be printed simultaneously. For more information, please give us a call. Our number is 800-782-6722. You can always visit us online, where we have all the materials needed for stamps along with videos of different stamp production processes, and that's rubberstampmaterials.com. And we appreciate you watching the video. Let us know how we can help you with your stamp needs. Thank you.